Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to discuss some rumors about Fujifilm's next camera to release, which is the upcoming XH2. The rumor mill has been rolling for quite a while now, so I wanted to aggregate some of those rumors and make a video about what we expect to see when the XH2 releases. So, roll intro. And let's get started. I'm going to credit my sources up front. I got a lot of my information from digitalcameraworld.com, fujixweekly.com, and of course, Fuji Rumors. All of these rumors are being repeated and broken down by various sources, so I can't pinpoint exactly where the rumors started, but I definitely wanted to give credit to the websites where I read all of my information from. First, let's talk briefly about the XH1. I mentioned this camera in the story of Fujifilm video, but I just want to recap it really quickly. So the XH1 was released in March of 2018. It had a X-Trans 3 APS-C size sensor, and it was backside illuminated. This camera was weather resistant, and it was also the first Fujifilm camera to feature in-body image stabilization. It could record 4K 30 and 1080 120 for slow-mo, and it was also the first Fujifilm camera and only Fujifilm camera in the X line to have a top screen where you could view your settings. It retailed for $1,899, and it was Fujifilm's flagship highest end camera at the time in the X mount line. And some of the features trickled down to other Fujifilm cameras later on, but a successor in the XH line has yet to be released. So now that we have the XH1 out of the way, let's talk about what's coming up. So as far as when these cameras are going to be released, we don't have the specific dates. We do know that they're going to be announced at the X Summit coming towards the end of May. I believe it's going to be May 31st. But right now the rumors say that there will be two cameras. And the first to be released will actually be the XH2S, which will kind of be the little sibling to the XH2, which will be their flagship model. The XH2S is rumored to be released at X Summit and the XH2 at a later date, but I'm not sure how much later. I don't think that they would wait that long. Maybe it'll end up being the same day and just later in the day. All we know is that it's going to be later. So a lot of the rumors that we have right now actually center on the XH2S. Originally, we thought that there was only going to be one camera and there weren't very many rumors, but as rumors started to swirl more and we found out that there were two cameras, because the XH2S is going to be released first, that's actually where we got a lot of our rumors from first. So like the XH1, this is going to be a backside illuminated sensor, and we're looking at about 26 megapixels here. Supposedly, the XH2S will be capable of shooting 6K video at 30 frames per second and 4K video at 120 frames per second for slow-mo. This will also be the first X-mount camera to include animal and object autofocus and tracking. If this is effective, this could actually finally put Fuji's autofocus in competition with Sony and Canon. Fuji's autofocus has always been fine, but it would be nice to have autofocus that could really compete with the big boys. Physically, we're looking at a pretty robust camera with very similar handling to the XH1. There is a pretty well-confirmed rumor that it will have a flippy screen, but unfortunately that same rumor comes with the lack of an active cooling system that we see on cameras like Panasonic's. There also appeared to be a full HDMI port rather than a micro or mini HDMI port, which would be amazing, and multiple port flaps. And this is all coming from a leaked photo, which if I can find it, I'll post it up here. Following up the XH2S, we will have the XH2. This will have very similar body and handling to the XH2S, but the features are going to be taken up a notch. So on top of that 6K video, we're also probably going to be seeing 8K video in both DCI and UHD formats. The 8K video will definitely be able to be 30 frames per second if it is available. However, if you look at the history of Fujifilm releases, we have gotten some features that are really at the forefront of video, as with the X-T3 having 4K 60 ahead of many other brands. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get 8K 60 on the XH2. The XH2 will also come with a 40 megapixel sensor versus the 26 on the XH2S. So that's all I've got for now. There was a ton of stuff to read through, and I'm sure I missed some really crazy rumors, but this is all speculation anyway. Keep an eye out for these cameras coming up very soon, and I really do think that these are going to be beasts. All right, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Fujifilm content seems to perform better than anything else that I post on my channel, so I definitely want to keep making it. Fuji is the brand that I use, and I love their cameras, so it's definitely not something that I don't like to make. I just have to find topics to make them about. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please leave them down in the comments section below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. All right, have a great one.